We got breaking news on Nike. Let's get to our Sara Eisen. Sara.
And this is big news, John. I can tell you that Nike CEO John Donahoe is going to be leaving the company. It has just been announced that by the board and John Donahoe, a mutual decision to retire effective October 13th. Nike is going to name here a brand new CEO. Elliott Hill will be the Nike CEO. Not a name widely known to Wall Street and outside of Nike, but very well known inside of Nike. He's a 32-year veteran of the company that actually left in early 2020, just after John Donahoe was announced CEO. Shares are spiking here in the after hours as there were some serious confidence questions on Wall Street, and I'm told inside Nike, around John Donahoe's leadership. So here's what I can tell you. I do have a quote from Mark Parker, who is the executive chairman of the board. There are the details for you. Donahoe to retire October 13th, so this is right around the corner. He's going to remain an advisor to the company through January 31st, 2025. So kind of a friendly transition out. From Mark Parker, I'm excited to welcome Elliot back to Nike. Given our needs for the future, the past performance of the business, and after conducting a thoughtful succession process, the board concluded it was clear Elliott's global expertise, his leadership style, and deep understanding of our industry and partners, paired with his passion for the brand and for sport, products, consumers, athletes, and employees, make him the right person to lead Nike's next stage of growth. So, who is Elliott Hill? Here's what I can tell you. He started at Nike in 1988 as an intern, worked his way all the way up in multiple different positions. His last job before he retired back in 2020 is he led basically all the commercial marketplace business for Nike brand and for Jordan brand. He had a good relationship, I'm told, with Michael Jordan, and in fact pitched Jordan on taking that brand global, which is a huge credit to their success. His chops are in sales, which I think is a key distinction from John Donahoe, who Wall Street knows very well. Donahoe was known for his tech expertise and also consulting. Came from Bain originally, then led eBay, then ServiceNow, and into Nike, was an outsider. So another stark contrast to Elliott Hill being named here the new CEO, who is very much an insider, and I am told very, very popular, very well liked, and that this is going to go far when it comes to morale. I also have a quote for you just here for CNBC from Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, chairman emeritus on the board. I want to express my deep gratitude to Mark Parker, Tim Cook, who is the lead independent director on this board, John Donahoe and the board for their leadership during the transition. Leadership changes are never easy. They test you, they challenge you. But this transition has been handled with remarkable thoughtfulness and an unwavering commitment to Nike. He goes on to say their dedication to the business, its people, and shareholders has been admirable. I also want to personally thank John for his leadership and commitment to Nike over the last 10 years. And then he says, looking forward, I couldn't be more excited to welcome Elliott back to the team. His experience, understanding of Nike and leadership is exactly what's needed at this moment. We've got a lot of work to do, but I'm looking forward to seeing Nike back on its pace. Now, what happened? Well, as we know, Nike's had a number of stumbles lately. Stock's down 25% this year. It's down almost 50% from its peak that it reached back in the end of 2021, fall of 2021. Donahoe's tenure started out right in the middle of COVID, and he was the right guy at the time because the whole aim of Nike was to become a digital-first focused organization, and the world moved online. And so Nike actually did quite well in the beginning. But then when the world opened back up, it became clear that there were gaps in innovation, for instance, something Donahoe himself had mentioned and had admitted. There were gaps in terms of the strategy around wholesale. Donahoe had broken some of the relationships with wholesalers to focus on direct-to-consumer, on their own business online and in stores. And it turns out a lot of the upstarts and competitors, the Ons, the Hokas of the world, were out there innovating and getting shelf space. And so that was seen as a big black eye sort of on the strategy as well, which came to light when Donahoe himself reversed that strategy and said in recent quarters they were going to focus more on the wholesale business and try to grow and win back that shelf space. Also said that they were going to take a deep look at the organization, announced 2% workforce cuts and job cuts, but it just never seemed like the right sort of culture to get Nike winning share where it's been certainly under the previous CEO, Mark Parker. So that's a reflection,
Sara,
I think, of the stock guys,
Sara,
up 8% on this change.